she wants this done bad. She still got money. If I don't do it, she gonna have somebody else do it, and I didn't want to see that happen.
Our story begins in Ashtabula County, Ohio. It's just after 9 p.m. and 45-year-old Daniel Posey Brown is traveling down remote State Route 193 in northern Ohio. As he heads home bearing a gift for his son, he receives a call from his wife, Angel Brown. They briefly speak before she hands the phone off to their young son. Moments later, the quiet, dark highway erupts in chaos. Out of nowhere, a chestnut-colored horse runs out into the middle of the road. Daniel's car strikes the horse head-on, killing it instantly. Following the initial impact, Daniel's car veered off the road, hit a guardrail, and came to rest in the middle of Route 193. 30 seconds later, traveling in the opposite direction, 33-year-old William Gibson, in his truck, stumbles upon the accident. William swerved to avoid hitting Daniel's car. He ran off the road, struck a guardrail, and overturned. Witnesses call 911 and Ohio State troopers race to the scene. Several miles away, Daniel's young son has no way of knowing what just happened. The phone call he was having with his father went blank. State troopers arrive at a scene of absolute mayhem. They approach the vehicles and find both drivers unresponsive. Life-saving measures proved ineffective and both men were pronounced deceased. Daniel died as a result of blunt trauma to the head, neck, and chest, and William died from head and neck injuries. What should have been the end of a tragic story was merely the beginning of a thriller. Born in 1965, Daniel Posey grew up in northern Ohio. He had a close relationship with his mother, Colleen Posey. She said Daniel loved dirt bikes and motorcycles and played the drums through school. A few years after graduating high school, Daniel met Lisa Guthrie and began dating. 2 years later, Daniel learned Lisa was pregnant with their first son. The couple married and Daniel worked with his father at Madison Muffler. Lisa described Daniel as a character. He had a charisma about him. Then later on, in 1994, the couple started a tanning salon business. The business was successful, and the couple welcomed 2 more children into the world in the following years. Lisa said Dan was a fantastic father who prioritized his kids above everything. Juggling a full-time job as a mechanic and running the tanning salon, their growing family proved to be too stressful for the couple. By 1996, after a decade together, Daniel and Lisa had drifted apart. Later that year, Daniel found a new queen at the Queen of Hearts. He met 19-year-old Angel Brown at a local club where she was performing. Daniel's mother said Angel had a good personality and was outgoing. Over the next few months, Daniel started spending more hours at the club and less time with his kids. Born in 1977, Angel Brown had a rough childhood and wanted a better life. With little money or education, she acted on her desire to become a boxer. Angel had a few bouts trying to turn professional, but after a year in the ring and a losing record, her boxing career was down for the count. Angel was at a crossroads until she met 31-year-old Daniel Posey. Colleen said that Angel had a hold on her son. He loved her dearly. Daniel put his divorce from Lisa on the fast track. In 2003, Angel and Daniel got married. A year later, she gave birth to their son D'Artagnan. Linda Singleton, Angel's cousin, said Daniel and Angel were wonderful parents. With their family complete, Angel asked Daniel for a show of his devotion. She wanted Daniel to change his last name to her last name. He obliged. With her days in the ring and nights at the club behind her, Angel focused on caring for her son D'Artagnan. She was a stay-at-home mom and a member of the Parent-Teacher Association. D'Artagnan said that his dad provided him with the best life possible. But on the night of November 18, 2011, 7-year-old D'Artagnan's last memory of his father is a phone call that falls silent. Back at the accident scene, police get word that the horse belonged to a member of an Amish community up the road from the crash scene. There was an Amish party occurring at the Dorset Community Center. The horses are usually tied up outside. A chestnut-colored horse broke loose and started galloping down the road. The horse's owners attempted to corral it as it made its way onto the highway and into the path of Daniel's car. In the months after Daniel's death, Angel and D'Artagnan try to move forward. On January 11, 2012, 2 months after Daniel Brown's death, a man named James Hawley arrived at the Ashtabula County Sheriff's Office claiming to have information about a potential murder for hire. Detectives know James all too well. He goes by the name Hawk, which he used during his boxing career. He was a professional boxer for some time and ran a boxing gym in Ashtabula. To law enforcement, James Hawk Holly had a reputation and a rap sheet. James served a 5-year prison sentence for setting a fireworks factory on fire. While detectives are well aware of James's nefarious past, he tells detectives he has information he wants to share about a different crime. An acquaintance of his asked him to kill an individual. James Holly said his former boxing student, Angel Brown, offered him $4,000 to kill Lisa Luke, and he admits to accepting the money. James went to a casino in Erie, Pennsylvania, and spent the $4,000. Though he took the money, at no time did he want to be involved in a homicide. Here is his interview with the police.
What's your name, man?
Cleveland.
Oh, you Cleveland. They keep asking me, don't you know Cleveland? Actually, I thought Cleveland was a black guy.
Yeah, everybody does. Not just a skinny white kid. Hey, here's the deal. The prosecutor's not going to give a blanket check of immunity. He's not.
Why not? I mean,
well, quite honestly, because we are not. What happens if we sign a blanket check of immunity on this thing, and then we end up going through the whole thing? We bring her in. She goes, no. Hawk Holly was actually the person that come to me and was the one that started this whole thing. You know what I'm saying? We can't.
Okay.
We can't do that. I understand that isn't the case. You're not that type of guy. You're not. I mean, or I know what you're about, and that ain't it. So here's the concern that we have. I mean, you're coming in here as a witness. You came in and talked to us earlier. We do need to get an accounting of what happened, and I'm going to be pretty.
See, I don't really know what happened. All I know is she called me and she asked me, you know, she said that over the phone she wanted somebody whacked, and I said, hey, don't talk on my phone like that. And I told her to meet me, and she met me at the truck stop in Kingsville. And she got in, she told me the situation, and I asked her, I said, well, what you stand to lose out of this, you know? I'm trying to see, my whole thing is, well, if you gonna pay me, I'm taking the money. I ain't doing that for you. I don't know you like that, you know? You just gonna get got, you know? But I'm thinking, she wants this done bad. And she still got money. If I don't do it, she gonna have somebody else do it. And I didn't want to see that happen.
I understand that. I think you have good motives in this as far as the police are concerned. I mean, I'm not going to condone stealing $4,000 from a woman, but I understand that. But I think you have good motives in this. I mean, I think that you're upstanding enough to realize that hey, listen, first of all, you are not going to be involved in any such plot. Second of all, if she's that serious, you know, somebody else might end up.
So, yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Okay. So, I mean, I can appreciate you coming in on that.
I ain't trying to be charged with nothing. And, I'm coming here to help you guys out. Why are you gonna try to charge me? You know, that's what I'm looking at.
Okay. Straight up, have you had any contact with her since you left here?
No.
None whatsoever. Not even through a third party.
No. I showed them the 2 texts. She texted me earlier today, and this is the first time I heard from her just now.
Did you send her a text back?
I ain't sent her no text. The text earlier today. Here the text is right here.
Take a look at it.
Okay. I texted her right there. And then she texted me back.
So that was on 9 o'clock in the morning.
That's this morning.
All right. Do you mind if I take a look through here and take a look at her text? I mean.
That's what she sent this morning. Yeah, I mean, I'm coming out here to help. I ain't trying to come out here and get in no trouble, man. I can't afford it, you know?
No, unfortunately, she's the one that started this whole thing as far as...
Yeah, I just don't want to see nobody get hurt. Because, you know, it's some bull. You know, I just say, okay, I'll call Crime Stoppers. I get me some money. And then Crime Stoppers ain't answering the phone.
You sent her any other than that one to be careful with the phone?
Yep. That was it. And this is the second time I heard from her. So when I come through here, and I was walking through and my phone went off.
She call you, or did she?
She called me. She called me yesterday. She called me. What day was it? The day before. She called me.
Not yesterday, but the day before.
Day before, yeah.
Okay.
And I told her to meet me
All right. So she called you like not yesterday, but the day before.
She called me the day before.
And then you met her out.
I met her at the truck, TNA truck stop.
Yesterday or today? Yeah. Or yesterday or the day before?
The day before.
Okay.
The day before.
Okay.
And she came with the money yesterday at 12 o'clock.
Okay.
This is what's left. And she handed it in her hand, so her fingerprints could be on that. You know.
Okay. Where did she bring you the money?
Right there for 84 and 90.
Okay.
Right there. Mm-hmm.
84 and 90.
Yeah, right there with Pennzoil. Yes.
Up at the place up there, or the BP station?
Yeah, not the BP, but as soon as you get off the freeway.
Whatever. Oh, O&P.
Yeah.
O&P. All right. Hold on 1 second. Let's see what we're gonna do with this. See what else we need from them.
Yeah.
What did she? What were her exact words when she was?
She wanted this big whack.
Okay. Did she say how she
didn't say how she wanted it, and I said, I says, I just asked her, why do you want to whack? She said, and she explained to me, she got a kid by this guy, and they trying to get the estate or whatever. Yeah, get the estate, and she done had her Social Security stopped already. Whatever she done, I said, but you got an attorney. That's your husband.
Mm-hmm.
I said, she can't get nothing but Social Security. I said,
right.
So why are you going through all of this? And she said she had enough of her. She said she know they trying to make her son the heir or whatever, the other lady's son.
Right.
And she said she's not going to. She's standing to lose everything. And I said, you sure you want to do this? She said, I'm adamant. I want this done. So, I'm thinking, I'm just trying to let her talk in and get me the money.
Right.
I mean, you're talking to give me $4,000. That's your fault. I said, what you gonna do? Sue me for breach of contract?
Yeah. Yeah. Hold on, let me see if there's anything else that I need from her. When she sent that text that said, just keep 1,000 for your troubles, she doesn't know that you spent spent the whole thing on bills?
She don't know.
Okay, that's cool. All right, we're running through a couple things here and options on what to do. Don't text her back yet.
I'm not.
In a second, we're probably going to have you call and text her back. Send her back a text that says, her last text said, did you get that? Send her back a text that says, yeah, I got it. Where are you at? Or something like that, or where are you going to be at?
You want to tell us the money?
Yeah, no, you don't need to tell her something.
How long we gonna be, I'm trying to get to the Y, man. I got some big fish up there.
Right. Well, you'd probably be about 10 or 15 more minutes.
All right. Hey, one question. You looking out for me, right?
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah, we're looking out for you. I don't know if we're gonna. I don't know what's gonna go on with her as far as whether we're gonna be able to charge her with anything or not. But looking out for you. I'm just trying to think in my head about how to make this right.
Yeah, I got it. Where are you? Hey, how come doing the right thing don't feel good, man? How come doing the right thing don't feel good?
Listen, you're a smart man. You've been around a long time, and I ain't even gonna try and hide my feelings on this. I'm a little bit concerned that there's a period of time you leave here at 3 o'clock, or you leave here around noon, and you're back here about 4, and it just seems odd to me that she texts you back and cancels the whole thing right when we go
I swear to God. You can also look at all my calls on the phone. You can look at all my calls on the phone.
You can understand what that makes.
Yeah. I wouldn't do that.
And me trying to even hide the fact that I think that looks odd would come across to you that I think that you're stupid or trying to hide that. You ain't, man. You're a smart man.
I wouldn't come out here and do that, man. I wouldn't bring my ass out here and do that and try to warn her, Because the way I'm feeling, she wants this done so bad. She gonna get somebody to do it if I don't do it,
All right.
And screw my kids, man. I wouldn't do that to you. I wouldn't even have came out here. You know what I'm saying?
And I'm sorry that I'm like making weight, but I'm just trying to run through like about a million things in my head, trying to figure out how we're going to do this and what needs to get done, and make sure that we check all our boxes. Yeah. Because at the end of all this, we need to make sure no harm's coming to that girl.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
That's our number one thing. All right. So at the end of this, we need to make sure. And I want to make sure that we're doing the right thing to there's other discussions that we have with our bosses. Hey, do we need to go? At what point in time do we need to go talk to that girl and say, listen, this was an issue with you? At what point in time do we need to go? We obviously have to talk to her and make her. Right?
She just said that. She said she at home.
Just send back a call you later.
Yeah, I didn't come out here. I ain't got time to play games. I'm trying to cover my ass, man. I wasn't, Okay, call you later.
When did you send that text to her that was like tonight? That was like 9:30 this morning. Yeah, you sent it. Can I see that one again?
And that was the last time I talked to her.
Okay. I question to ask her.
Hey, why don't you just come over here? Why you making use back and forth?
What's that?
Why don't you just come over here? Let's get this on.
Doing his own shit. He's the boss, man. But I tell you this, how about this? I'll go in and tell my boss how to do his job. How do you think that's going to work for me? I ain't going to sign my checks. All right, this is what we're going to do. We've had guys sitting up on her place. She stays on like Mel's Road in Dorset or something like that. We've had guys sitting on her place most of the day. And, making sure that nothing's going to happen. We want nothing to happen to this other girl. So we're going to pick her up and we're going to talk to her. To the point in time where our guys have her picked up and we know that we can find her and we got her, we're going to kick you loose and get you out of here. Okay? Because I don't want past to cross or her to know that you come in or nothing like that. So we're going to kick you loose and get her out of here. I just want to make sure that for the next about 5 minutes that you hang out here in case we know something.
I was thinking, you should let me text her and say, why you change your mind? I said, I don't blew the money, you don't get it back. Let's see what she say. I thought text you called me. I said, you called me on this board. Why you change your mind?
Nah, because we want to limit your involvement too in this stuff too. So you
tell her my phone was tapped, and that's how y'all knew about this.
Probably, yeah. Probably going to do that. So this way, the texts you sent her back now don't look like you talked to the police or nothing like that. It looks pretty innocuous, and we'll talk to her on that. So give us a couple minutes to make sure that we got her in pocket, and then we're going to kick you loose out of here. Okay. Sound good?
All right. Hey. I just want you to look out for me, like I ain't coming here to get no trouble.
I understand.
All right, thanks, man.
Hey, what's she drive?
It's I don't know, some kind of maroon car. I don't know my cars, man. But
all right, it's
doing the right thing. Don't feel good. I'm trying to put it on
me. Hit her up and give her a call and do what you said. Tell her, hey, listen, the money's spent. You ain't getting it back, and make sure that she does not want to do anything with that.
All right. Y'all kill me. Y'all kill me.
We don't know what the hell we're doing most of the time. Can you call her and talk to her?
I ain't got my speaker. The speakerphone ain't working.
No, you just do what you hear.
Huh? You ain't gonna be able to hear what's going on.
I'll listen to it on the other end. I'll just put my ear up there. Yeah, we want to make sure that this is good, that she's not gonna do anything with somebody else.
Hey, what's going on? I ain't gonna let it happen. So I don't know. But I done f*** the money up. So you ain't gonna be able to get no money back. So what you want me to do? What you? I don't get it. I don't get it. What you saying? It shouldn't, because I don't deal with people like that. All right, so yeah. So you know, I mean, I thought about that too. You know, I mean, you know, what about her kids though? You know. I mean, look. I mean, if you want it done, it's done. I mean, you just let me know. All right. I'm gonna hit you up as soon as it's done. Okay. All right, bye. See what I'm talking about?
All right, hold on.
Okay.
Okay, this is the deal with this. We were going under the assumption that she didn't want this done, and I think that you got a pretty valid concern that if you don't do this, we think she's going to find somebody else to do it.
I mean, you see what I'm saying?
We're getting the prosecutor down here. We're talking. You have a concern about getting some immunity. We're going to get the prosecutor down here and work this. And we're going to end up having to wire you up and go have a conversation with her after a bit. All right. Today. Now. And we got to be here for as long as this takes. And this is not something that is going to be a negotiable thing. This is about, because man to man, I think that she's going to find somebody else to do this.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, that's
I thought, oh, good, she was just bull. You'll get away, you know, whatever's with the money, whatever. That wasn't what that conversation
she's serious. You see what I'm saying? That's what bothered me. It's man, I'm just going to take the money and run. But I'm thinking, if I don't do it, she's going to have somebody do it.
We're going to get the attorney down here to talk to you and square the stuff away. So
you got me covered.
So we got you covered. Okay. That's what we're going to do. Because the rest of the stuff was before. It looked like she wasn't going through with it. There wasn't any need for any of your concern to be addressed because it was a done deal. Now we got something going. We'll bring the attorney down to talk to you, and we can have this hammered out. And then we're going to get you wired up and be thinking in your head about how you can have another conversation with her. As far as how this would go to talk to her, or record a conversation with her, like a face-to-face conversation. Yeah. You think you could hit her up and say, listen, I'm going to need another, $100, even $100 to either rent a car or my dude that's taking care of this, he needs a hotel room. You got $80 or something like that to spot the hotel room for him. Mm-hmm. Can you do that?
Yeah.
That will give you a chance to meet with her in person. Mm-hmm. Okay. And get the recording. Does that sound like that?
Okay. Now she's gonna have to meet me. I'll have her meet me at the truck stop.
Wherever you want to meet her. You call the place. I don't care. You can meet her in any place in Ohio. It's fine with me. You pick that. Okay. Hold on 1 second.
Okay.
We'll get the attorney.
While the question of why Angel wants Lisa dead remains elusive, detectives' more pressing concern is capturing Angel on camera. 2 hours later, they outfit James with a camera and microphone. He meets with Angel at her home.
It is January 11th, 2012 at 6:30 p.m. We are turning the recording on to complete a consensual conversation between the cooperating witness and the target, Miss Brown. We'll be driving to her residence now, and Detective Rose will be in the vehicle with our cooperating witness.
All right, it's coming up here on your right. Nice and slow here.
All right, ducking down.
Where do you go back?
Oh, don't let that dog bite me.
Get.
Man.
My girlfriend's in there.
Oh. Man, my GPS brought me right here.
Did it?
Yeah. Where you going?
Check on her little boy.
On the who?
On her little boy.
In the car?
He fell asleep and then she gets stuck here.
Oh, you can't leave them in no car. Oh. Well, I don't want. Hey, listen, come here. I don't want to come in, but listen. I'm gonna pick up dude.
Okay.
10 o'clock to be done. All right. I mean, he was pissed off at me because that little punk ass $4,000 ain't. You just take care of me once you get your. All right. Once I leave here, I need to change your phone number.
I need to change my phone
Change
number?
your phone number in case anything happened. My number's in your phone.
No,
You know,
I'll get that all out.
okay. And
No contact?
not until you're good. All right.
Okay.
And I mean that's it.
And if anybody gets busted, nobody's coming back on me, right?
No,
Nobody's
no.
gonna mention my name, not even if somebody gets caught,
Who
right?
gonna get caught? I mean, if he get caught, he ain't gonna say nothing. He a soldier.
Okay, well, that's what I'm saying. That's
Okay,
what started
good,
freaking me out. I'm thinking, oh, because I watched CSI yesterday.
Yeah. But I'm telling you, listen, if you, it's up to you. Because like I said, I jacked the paper off already. So, you want to leave it alone?
Well, not if I'm not gonna get in trouble. Let me pat you down.
I ain't
Wear
got
no
shit.
wire.
I got shit. You got me.
Don't f- me.
Yeah. I just, last time I seen you, I went to jail with Brandon. I was adamant because it felt like I was being set up. So I wanted to see you before. Okay, all right. Well, listen, I'm going. Don't call me.
I'm not.
Call me a couple days. Call me on the weekend.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
You good?
Yep.
All right. All right, baby. I'm going.
Right. Thanks.
All right.
Drive safe.
All right, baby.
For horses in here.
Okay. I thought I thought she was coming to the car. She had a damn flashlight. And she even pat me down.
I saw that. All right. This is Detective Brian Rose from Ashtabula County Sheriff's Department with a cooperating witness. Just doing a debrief on this. It is 6:38. Cooperating witness met with the suspect onto the porch, had a conversation, and we're back to the vehicle and we're leaving at this time. I'm going to be shutting the device off.
Investigators are confident that Angel is determined to see Lisa Luke dead, but why she wants her deceased husband's ex-wife murdered remains a complete mystery. Detectives bring Lisa in for an interview, filling her in on Angel's plot. Lisa said that she started shaking uncontrollably and was in shock. She explains that during her 8-year marriage to Daniel, he was devoted to their family until Angel drove a wedge between them while their child was fighting a life-threatening illness. Everything changed when they found out their son had leukemia. Daniel came to the hospital one night dressed formally, so Lisa decided to follow him. His destination was the strip club where Angel Brown worked. By November 1996, Daniel and Lisa divorced. Daniel tried to stay in contact with his kids for the first few months. Alexis Luke, one of Daniel's children, said they would talk on the phone, but eventually those phone calls stopped and he disappeared. Lisa was rightfully seeking child support from Daniel for the 3 children they share. The court ruled on a set amount of support per month. However, Daniel did not pay any of it. When Lisa contacted Daniel about his child support obligations, she could only talk to Angel. Lisa said that Angel told her on the phone, "You are not going to take one bite of food out of my child's mouth for your children." Before Daniel's death, he was over $30,000 behind in child support. According to Lisa, Angel's behavior was becoming more dangerous. Lisa said that Angel would periodically call and harass her, demanding she drop the child support. As a result, Lisa eventually dropped the case. When Daniel died, Lisa learned that her kids, now in their late teens and early 20s, might have a chance to recoup some of the money owed to them. Daniel had a life insurance policy through his work for $15,000. In addition, Angel had taken out a policy of her own for $240,000. Those benefits were payable to Daniel's estate upon his death. But when Lisa checked Daniel's probate case status to execute his will, she discovered Angel had made a bold and unexpected move. As the estate executor, she has to list all of Daniel's next of kin. However, she chose to leave 2 of Lisa and Daniel's children off of it. Angel's motive was pure greed. Lisa hired an attorney and provided the birth certificates of her and Daniel's children. The lawyer contacted Angel's attorney, demanding the estate be changed. During the attorney's communications, an additional discovery came to light. Angel had filed a wrongful death civil lawsuit against the owner of the horse that caused the crash. There was a settlement in that lawsuit for which Daniel's estate received around $200,000. According to Lisa, on January 9th, her attorney contacted Angel and told her she would have to share the insurance and the settlement money. Lisa believes that's what put Angel over the edge. It was the same day she contacted James Hawley. Angel hated Lisa and her kids enough that she didn't want them to get one dime. Detectives have enough to place Angel under arrest, but before they do, they make one final move to tighten up their case. They have James Hawley make one more phone call informing Angel that Lisa is dead. They wanted to hear her response and what she wanted done.
Hello?
Hey, baby, hey, she dead now. Listen, you want them to find the body or you don't want it to disappear?
Disappear, probably. Like I said, I just don't want nothing to come back on me.
Mere hours after James Hawley first showed up at the sheriff's office, investigators headed to Angel's home armed with an arrest warrant. Police place a surprised Angel in handcuffs. She started crying uncontrollably and, at one point, began screaming, "She was going to take everything from me. She was going to take everything from me." Inside the house, D'Artagnan grabbed his mother's box of stuff that Angel told him was essential. When investigators looked inside, they immediately seized it. The box contained drugs and drug paraphernalia. But more pertinent to their case was a newspaper article with Lisa Luke's picture that has written on it, "Dead." Investigators transport Angel to the Ashtabula County Sheriff's Office. When booked, they find a receipt in her back pocket for a withdrawal of $20,000 dated January 10th, the same day she met James Hawley and paid him $4,000. When investigators sit down with Angel, she explains that in the months after the death of her husband, James became her rock. Angel claims that when she talked to James about Lisa, she was just unloading on a friend.
This is your opportunity to explain your actions.
I did. I told you why I was mad, but I was just talking and venting and frustrated.
No. Nobody thinks this is a joke.
Investigators ask about the large sum of cash she withdrew from the bank. She told them that she had made a $10,000 withdrawal from her bank account, but that was for Christmas presents and to pay some bills.
On the video, there is you patting him down for a wire. Play that in a courtroom and...
I wasn't patting him down for a while.
Okay.
Angel admits that the evidence looks incriminating, but continues to maintain her innocence.
I know, it looks so bad.
There's all kinds of motivation. I mean, there's evidence on
know.
phone conversations.
The one thing Angel doesn't deny is the bad blood between her and Lisa Luke.
I've always hated her, he hated her. We've always hated her, she hates us. Why couldn't it have been her instead of my husband?
Following the interview, they charge Angel with conspiracy to commit aggravated murder. News of her arrest provides relief to Lisa. Still, her sense of security doesn't last as Angel Brown's released on bail. Lisa couldn't believe it and said she lived in fear, not knowing who was outside her house. In August of 2013, 36-year-old Angel's trial gets underway. During the trial, James stated that Angel had a long history with Lisa and that she hated her to the core. She felt that Lisa sometimes harassed her and had gotten to the point where she wanted her out of her life. James wasn't the only one to take the stand. Lisa told her story, and when she did, Angel kept her head down, never looking her in the eye. When it comes time for the defense, Angel takes the stand. Her testimony hits a familiar note. She tried to convince the jury that this was all a joke, that she didn't mean it. The jury deliberated for just 2 hours. Angel Brown is found guilty of conspiracy to commit aggravated murder. The judge sentenced her to 9 years in jail. Following Angel's conviction, D'Artagnan lives with his cousin Linda and her husband. Linda said that she is proud of D'Artagnan and the man he's become. D'Artagnan said his life is good with Linda and that whenever his mother sends letters, he writes, "Refuse, return to sender" on them. He wrote a letter to the jail to stop Angel from writing him. However, she persists. D'Artagnan said he doesn't care when she gets released as long as she stays away from him. As for James Hawley, Lisa Luke believes she owes him a debt of gratitude. Lisa said that James quite possibly saved her life and that he did the right thing. Angel Brown served her 9-year sentence and was released on parole in July 2022 at 45 years old. Remember, you can get a free case evaluation from Morgan & Morgan using the links below. For more videos of cases never seen on YouTube, click one of the videos on screen now or the links in the pinned comment. Goodbye for now.